Hello guys, in this video I will show you a fast generic guide for Rossi. Rossi is a rare, physical plus arts hybrid damage dealer who bridges the gap between damage types. She can greatly enhance the stacking efficiency for physical teams, and significantly minimize the overall combat experience. Her combat mechanic plays around her ability to convert arts inflections into vulnerability stacks, granting high stacking speed and improves the fluidity of a physical team's rotations, allowing you more flexibility in team composition. She has a unique perfect timing skill mechanic which is dependent on player skill, requiring the players to react in timer to maximize her combat potentials. Let's take a look into her skills. The battle skill will charge to the enemy, dealing physical damage, and applies lift. And if the enemy has already a vulnerability stack, the skill will unleash a Wolverine Ambush, dealing heat damage to the enemy. Skill is high tied to her talents. The first talent will apply Razor Claw Marker to the enemy when Wolverine Ambush deals damage. For the duration of this claw mark, the target will take DOT physical damage and will take more physical and heat damage. While for the second talent, when Rossi deals critical damage to the enemy with a claw marker, it will trigger another heat that deals a heat damage and resources on HP. And if the target is boosted, that this damage and heal effect are increased to 1.5 times. A combo skill can be triggered when an enemy suffers both physical vulnerability and arching friction. Rossi combo skill has two sequences. The first one will deal a physical damage, and the second one will consume all arts infusions stacks from the enemy, and then deal a physical damage based on the number of consumed infusions, and applies one instance of lift. Then buff Rossi's critical rate and critical damage. If this second sequence is casted with perfect timing, she will apply one more stack of a physical vulnerability. Her ultimate will make her deal multiple sequences of heat damage, and at the end will perform a double slash attack, dealing massive heat damage and applies a heat inflection. She's a must-pull for players who have a physical teams, because she optimizes buff the rotation fluidity and damage output, and she will make the construction much more versatile due to her superior stacking efficiency. Also, since she's a hybrid character, she possesses a high future growth potential. For her weapon recommendations, the most suitable option, of course, is her signature weapon, which provides a very high compatibility to Rossi, and since Rossi's skill deals multiple hit damage, she can quickly stack the weapon's buff to maximum. Second best weapon will be the battle best weapon, Glorious Memory, providing the same agility and crit rate booster, while the skill suits her very well too. In case you don't have any of these two weapons, you can use the Rapid Ascent as well, as it provides main attribute and critical rate. Among the 5-star weapons, the best is a Thundering Steel. In the worst case, you can also use the Prominent Edge, which is a 4-star weapon. As for the gear, since we should place around the critical hits, let's use the MI Security set, with a Security Armor T1, Security Glows T1, and a 2 Scopes T1. This full set will provide a 20.7% crit rate, and with the effect of the 3-piece set, you can get 5% more and the 5% or more with a full stack to form its effect. Together with any weapon with a crit rate, she can easily reach a 50% of crit rate. Her combo skill will also provide a 25% of crit rate. As for the team composition for Rossi, depends on how you want to play Rossi, as a pure physical team or in hybrid teams with her dealing higher damage. In a pure physical team, Rossi has the main job to provide a stacks to the physical main DPS for higher damage, while the hybrid teams focus on allocating resources to Rossi to maximize the damage for her ultimate, and at the same time helping other physical damage dealer. In a physical team, Rossi's job is to convert one stack of Arc's Infliction into 2 stacks of vulnerability. So this will need a team composition featuring Arc's Infliction Applier, a physical stacker, and a physical stack detonator. Easiest and the most free to play is Roxy, Akakori or Wolfguard, Chun, and an administrator. So your only need is to get Rossi and maybe her signature weapon. While the best physical team with Roxy is using her with Bug and Admin. Having Roxy rapid stacking vulnerability, you can achieve her 4 stacks of Bridge and 4 stacks of Crush within a single long rotation cycle. On the left is Volt and Operator, who can provide Arts Inflection. So you can either choose Akakori to get the more skill points recover, or Wolfguard to easily apply Combustion for more Rossi damage. Well, if you want to make a hybrid squad for Rossi, you will need in the squad a physical stack detonator like Anduin or Dippon, and a good operator to buff Rossi's ultimate to damage. Gilberta being the best option to pair with Rossi, and then Ardelia, Wolfguard, or Perlica are good too. The best hybrid squad for Rossi then will be Gilberta, who has the capability to group enemies, Natural Infliction, and a Leaf using the combo skill. Ardelia, who provides Serve of Ability to the squad, and an easy trigger combo skill which will further trigger combo skill from Gilberta. and in the end, and Administrator, as a physical stack detonator to deal high damage. You can substitute Ardelia with a Wolfguard, which can be used to trigger combustion, allowing Rossi to fully benefit from all the available buffs. For example, with the best physical team, you can start by using Ekakuri skill to set up a fire infliction, then use the end main or pug to set to the first step. At this point, use a Rossi skill to perform additional stack of vulnerability, and a trigger her combo skill to convert a fire infliction into 2 stacks of vulnerability. At this point, just to continue to perform last strike to gain skill points, and then use a Pergrishnik skill to apply Gritch effect, and then some skill points. After that, just repeat the process of the Pog and Min skill for the first stack, a Curry for fire inflection, and then Rosie skill for the second stack, and a combo skill to convert inflection. And in the end, this time use Endmin skill to consume 4 stacks on Crush, dealing high damage. This full process requires a pretty long cycle to perform, but the final damage will be very good. And in case you don't want to use Pug, just substitute it with Channel, and this way the rotation will be shorter. And you just have to always let enemy to consume all the stacks with her battle skill. With Channel, you also have her combo skill, which can benefit on applying stacks. So you will need it to start with Rose's skill to apply first stack of vulnerability, followed by Channel combo skill, and then use Akakori battle skill, which will trigger Rossi combo skill, and you will have 4 stacks already. Now just use End main to consume the 4 stacks. This rotation is fast and very simple to trigger compared to the one with Pug. While with the best hybrid squad, you just start the combat by doing a finer strike, triggering Ardella combo skill, which will further trigger Gilberta combo skill. Now let's use a Gilberta combo to skill first, to apply a stack of natural infliction and a group of enemies in case there are multiple of them, and then use her combo skill to apply lift. At this point, you can use Ross's combo skill to convert the infliction into 2 stacks of vulnerability. With just 1 skill point, you can set up 3 stacks of vulnerability this way. Now just use Ross's skill to apply the last stack, and then end means to consume the stacks of vulnerability. You can add the in this process our data skill to consume corrosion, applied with her combo skill to apply physical and arts susceptibility to further increase the damage output. And if you have Gilberta and Rose's ultimate ready, before consuming the 4 stacks of vulnerability with Endwind, use a Gilberta ultimate first to apply the maximum effect of arts susceptibility, and then process ultimate. You can change our data to Baraka, who has the same kind of combo skill trigger, but since our data is free, why not? You can also play her as a pure main DPS, so having other 3 operators to fully support her, making her nuke her enemies since her ultimate damage is very, very high. If you want to do that, the best team will be then Rossi, Gilberta, Ardelia, and Ophugard or Paralica. In this squad, you don't have to worry about to consume physical bruning ability stacks, but so just to focus on creating the best DPS scenario for Rossi. And this squad will be using Gilberta ultimate when the enemy has a 4 stacks of physical vulnerability, then Ardelia to debuff for the enemy with her skill, and Wolfguard to apply combustion with his ultimate. Then you will see very big damage numbers from Rossi. Well, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.